Good morning, children. I hope you people have seen the previous video where I have discussed in depth about the unitary government and the federal government. Unitary government, everyone knows what is it all about, where central government have the powerful authority over its small local units, and the federal government talks about division of power among central and state government, where central government is quite powerful, but though they know their responsibilities very well and is already being cleared in the constitution. The best example of federal government is India and America. So let's start. As it is, this video is in continuation with the previous videos. So let's start again with the federal government and the unitary government and more features related to this. Okay, so before starting with a new topic, I again give you the revision about federation. Now, federation again, division of power between one central government and the several state government. Then unitary government, central government is a very powerful possibility for central dictatorship over local areas, domination of the administration by the bureaucrats, less opportunities for political participation of the people, as you have seen the previous video where I have given in depth about the unitary government. And here what happens, central government remain powerful and the whole authorities lies, and the best example of this type of government is UK. I have already explained you in the previous video where parliament is a sovereign body, right everyone? So let's move on to the another slide. Okay, now federation, as already given in depth about the differences in the previous video, demerits and merits about the federation. Now here many things are here related to federation that can be improvised and it can give to the federation an efficient government, right? So few things, if we improved, right, few characteristics of the government improved in federation, so this is one of the best government anyone could have implemented, right? So let's start with its conditions. So first let me tell you, I have already chalked out few points. Now I'm going to call it one on one basis. Now these points done. So now the very first condition for the successful working of a federation is desire for unity and strength. Next, preservation of individuality with unity, political education and maturity, geographical contiguity, toleration and respect for diversities, equality among the member states and federation, similarity of political institution, alert political parties, similarity of social institutions, equality of the development and regional imbalances. So let's start one on one. Okay, let's start with the first point now, desire for unity and strength. Why this desire, why this unity is really important and a powerful tool for a federation? I'm going to explain now. A strong desire for unity among the people of all federating unit is the first essential condition for the formation and successful working of any federation, right? The will to have a union and form a big single sovereign powerful state alone can provide a very solid ground for the establishment of a federation. And if you have unity and strength in any federation, this is one of the best government any country could have, right? Next, desire for preservation of individuality along with unity. Now, while desiring and deciding a union into one federal state, right, because all states really wanted to form a one federal state, the federating states are also conscious of their individualities and want to preserve their individual identities even after becoming parts of the federal government. Now, under federal government, it's not like that always central government is responsible and have domination over the states. No, it's not like that. States know their responsibilities well, and it's already been written where in the constitution, right? And with this, after coming into federation, they can maintain their individual identities and they can maintain their unity and integrity, right, without in any way limiting national unity into one sovereign state. These also stand for their autonomous existence and autonomy of internal administration. It's not like that several states are coming together and form one union, one federation, and then they lose their unity or integrity. It's not like that in federation. They can very well preserve their unity and integrity once they come into the federation states. Federation, again I'm repeat, it's a division of power among the central and state government, and all powers are written where? All powers are written in the constitution. The third features, now the third condition is political education, maturity of the people. Now federation demand a good understanding on the part of the people regarding the respective roles of the central government and the state government, right? They should be cleared about distinction between the national issues and needs and local or regional issues and needs. So here in the federation, central and state governments know their needs well, know their problems and strategies well. They can very well handle, and this way they can educate the public of the central units and the state units, right? Next, come on to geographical contiguity. The contiguity means nation bound together, right? That means a state of bordering. It's a type of a physical feature of geographical unit, right? You can very well, you have studied in geography, right? Now, geographical contiguity of the federating units goes a long way towards, if you want a successful working of federal system, you can have to have a geographical contiguity, right? Physical separation of unit is always a source of some weakness. It prevents the people of federating unit to mix and develop emotional links and a sense of national integration and unity, right everyone? So here geographical contiguity is must for the federation, for any federation, right? Next, come on to community of race, religion, culture, and toleration, respect for diversities. Now, a federation is categorized by community of language, race, culture, religion, can work better and stronger and healthier manner. These elements create a sentiments of unity, hold the people together, and form them into one nation. Common historical traditions and respect for common cultural values provide a strong basis for the unity of the federating states and their people. Thereby, it helped the federation to work successfully. All multicultural, multi-religious, multilingual, and multi-regional federal states must take a special step for maintaining and promoting the spirit of unity in diversities, right? So all states, irrespective of their caste, culture, and creed, they can come together and form into themselves into federating states, and this way they can maintain their unity in diversity, right? Next, come on to approximate equality among the member state of federation. Or working of federation also depends upon the size and resources of all federating units. The ideal condition is that as far as possible there should be approximate equality among them. Existing of unduly big and large socioeconomical regional inequality and imbalances in size, population, resources, and development can prevent the growth of the feeling of equal participation as equal partners of the federation. So everyone knows a state is having unequal, that means irrespective of their culture, their geographical conditions, their physical boundaries, they all are coming together and forming into federation, right everyone? Next, come on to similarity of political institution. Now, similarity of political ideas and institution among the federating states and their people is indeed absolutely necessary for the successful working of a federation, right everyone? Next, come on to similarity. There has to be similarity in social institution. Now, what do you mean by social institution? Like family, government, economy, right? Education and religion. Now, if you go for beside a similarity of political institution, the federation must be categorized by similar social institution, which can help the federating units to work in harmony, right? Dissimilar social institution can at times act as a hindrance in the way of promotion of national integration and unity. These can also create big difficulty in the way of working of a federal system. Done everyone? Now, acceptance of difference as a natural feature of federal polity must be accepted and rejected. People have the right and freedom to be different, but at the same time they have to act as members of the united integrated team of people of the federation, right? Next feature, equality of the development and checking of regional imbalances. One factor that influences the federating unit to form a federal union is the expectation that the federal unity will be a source of strength and economic development for all of them, and that the pooling and coordination of the resources will result into rapid and big economic prosperity and development. No doubt all states are coming together and forming into federating units. They have different backgrounds, they have different cultures, and if they want, they can pool their resources into one common issue so that everyone can get the welfare, can get the benefit out of that, right everyone? So I hope so people have understood what conditions are essential for the successful working of a federation. Federation, as everyone knows, if few things can be improvised, like few features which I've written right now, if it is being improvised, there has to be, and there can be a more efficient working of a federation, right everyone? Let's move on to another slide now. Recent trends. Now, why everyone wanted to go towards Unitarian federalism? Federalism means everyone knows federation, division of power, and that too they wanted unitary in character, like our India is unitary federalism, right? Unitary matlab they still wanted central government to hold the authority over the smaller states, over the states, but yet to maintain their unity and integrity. It's not like that central government always have the authority over the state, they dominate over the states. No, all countries now wanted what? There's a recent trend in the fashion, everyone wants us to go for Unitarian federalism. They wanted to keep their country as a federation, but that too under unitary, and that too under a common central government authority. So what happened? Let's see that what happened now. The American and Swiss federation have been the oldest federation. Centralization on unitarianism in all federation. USA, India, Swiss, Canada, and Australia, the central government are becoming stronger. Through constitutional amendments or convention, history of evolution of the state justified it. A state moved from alliance to confederacy, then to federation, then towards complete union like USA and India. Existence of a powerful central government working along with strong, healthy, and developed member states. So these features every states, every country wants, so that they can have a unitarianism, federalism. They neither want unitary alone or nor they want federation. They want both the qualities in one country, what, or a state, that is Unitarian federalism. Now what is it? Now see what is. In all major federation, including the American, Indian, Swiss, Canadian, and Australian federations, central government have become very strong and are still becoming stronger. It has been the order of the day, and most of the constitution, this feature now stands incorporated in the system. Either they go for constitutional amendments or through the groups, right? Now what happened? In the American political system, the federal government has emerged a very strong center exercising a vast amount of power. The Constitution of India clearly shows the spirit of some Unitarianism within the federal setup. Right, everyone? The trend towards centralism has been a distinct trend of contemporary federal constitutionalism. Several political scientists describe it as a natural development. Now, history of evolution of the state tends to justify it. Now, several scientists have given the history, have given the evolution of the state. We have already did in class 11th, right? And what they thought, what they tell us. Now, the history tells us that state moved forward from alliance to confederacy. What do you mean by alliance? Relationship among people, government formed together for mutual benefit. Now after from alliance, first they formed the alliance, then they moved to confederacy. That means they formed by an agreement or a treaty, and then afterwards confederacy to federation, and from federation to complete union. Federation, division, and after that they move on to complete union. That means from lower to higher form. These successive forms therefore may be regarded as a biological series. That means the UK is a unitary state with strong local government, and US and India are Unitarian federation. I hope so everyone has understood what is it all about. Like these countries, all the countries, majority of the countries in the world wanted to go for Unitarian federalism. And everyone, both the qualities they want. Yet they wanted a strong holding of central government over the states, but not the domination or the dictatorial authority. Right? Let's move on to another slide. Now how this central government has the power, right? And under federation, if you see, there is a division of power among central and state government, but yet more powerful authority lies with the central or union government. So how come this government is powerful, and why everyone is accepting this central government? Why the other states were accepting under federation that there has to be a strong and powerful central government? So these are the conditions why they wanted, right, the control over the central government over the federal state. So these are the features. Now, central jurisdiction over most important subjects, power to take decisions on the issue of war and peace, welfare state, central coordination, efficient extensive means of the transport and communications, more financial resources, center's responsibility to meet emergency, increased importance of international trade and commerce, the need for security with autonomy in the contemporary time can be described with the age of Unitarian federalism. Now, why everybody wants the powerful control of central government over the federal state? So these are the reasons now. See, the central jurisdiction over most important subjects. Now, central government has control over the most important subjects like defense, foreign affairs, international trade, national economy planning, like the way we have in India. Right, everyone? Now, central's power to take decision on the issue of war, and now central government has a responsibility to take decision regarding war and peace. It controls the military power of the state, the need to meet emergencies rising out of war or any cross-border terrorism or international terrorism, has strengthened the role of central government of every federal state. state. Now, the emergence of positive welfare state committed to secure wide-ranging socio-economic cultural development of the whole population of the state has definitely increased the popularity and power of central government. The role of central government as a coordinating agencies among state government has also strengthened its position. Now, the technological and communication revolution, increased transport facilities over times have further made it possible for the central government to reach to the local people. Now, next, the financial resources of the central government are always larger than the resources available to each state government. The system of central grant in aid to the state has definitely given a big boost to the power of the central government. Everyone knows in India itself the central government has more power over the finances. Clear, everyone? Center's responsibility is to meet emergencies, or it is the responsibility of the central government to meet all emergency arising out of war, external aggression, threat of aggression, internal disturbances, terrorism, civil war, and every danger to national property. Right. Next, the importance and the role of international trade and economic relation for the health of every national economy has been an accepted fact of contemporary times. It is a central government which has the power to direct and regulate foreign trade and conduct international economic diplomacy in the interest of national economy. And obviously, the need for security with autonomy, the need for strength as well as the local autonomy has given the rise to Unitarian federalism. So I hope so everyone has understood why the countries wanted Unitarian federalism. They didn't want either unitary or federation. No, they want both the features in their country, with the powerful authority lies with the central government. Done, everyone? Let's move on to another slide. Now, here the best example they have given. Earlier, I already taught you about the UK as the unitary state, right? They have given the example, United Kingdom as the unitary state, and what form, what features they were practicing, what rules and regulations they were implementing in their governance, right? And here, the perfect example of federal state is India and USA. So let's start in reference with USA or America, right? Now, under America, now how America act as a federal state. So here, this is in your syllabus, and we have to read in depth how America act as a federal state. What features does America has adopted? Clear? Now, division of power under the US Constitution. Now, 18 powers given to the federal government, like impose and collection of taxes, foreign relations, treaties, trade, interstate commerce, declaration of war, welfare, and admission of new states. The federal government cannot suspend red supremacy over religion, cannot grant title, not to interfere in speech and expression, cannot change the boundaries, people can assemble peacefully. Now, before coming to USA, before talking about USA as a federal state, let me clear you about history. Now, if you remember, the United States of America is a federation of 50 states. Initially, only 13 states combined and they formed the confederal system, which they had adopted after declaring themselves independent of British rule. After victory in the First War of Independence, everyone knows, they decided to form a complete union and becoming strong and capable of resisting possible future aggression and violation of the independence by any foreign power. Now, what happened? The need for strength and autonomy guided the states to get united into a federal states. The 13 states combined to form a single state, that is United States of America, right? With a well-organized federal government to run its administration. These transformed themselves into the sovereign autonomous member states of US Federation. Right, through well-designed measures, a federal framework was incorporated in the American Constitution. A division of power was made between the federal government and the state government through a supreme, written, and rigid constitution. Clear, everyone? Now, division of power, as we are talking about, now division of power in America has been affected, has been some feature, now has some features. Clear, everyone? Now, what features they have now? Division of power under US Constitution, how US Constitution defines its division of power, right? Now, see this, a division of power has been made between the federal government and the state. The power of the federal government have been specifically laid down in the Constitution, and the state have been prohibited to exercise this. All these power have been left in the hands of the state. In other words, all residuary powers have been given to the states. Clear, everyone? So here, if you see your union list, state list, residuary list, they all are having more power, right? And here parliamentary have more control over all these lists, but here it's totally different in America, right? Now states have more control over residuary list, and our country India, residuary list, here who control the residuary list? The parliament, right, everyone? Now here the division of power has been now these many features. Now, power and subjects given to federal government. Now, what happened? The US Constitution gives 18 power to the federal government. This include power to impose and collect federal taxes, foreign relation treaties, foreign trade, interstate commerce, right currency, declaration of war, defense, constitution of inferior federal tribunals, admission of new states to the federation, post offices, and etc. Clear, everyone? Now, what happened? Few powers prohibited in the federal government. What was that? Prohibited means banned in the federal government. What now? How does American Constitution define that? Now, the federal government cannot suspend the writ of habeas corpus, cannot make laws establishing supremacy of a religion, cannot make laws enforceable with, cannot grant titles of nobility, cannot make laws which interfere with the freedom of religion, speech, and expression, cannot change the boundaries of any state without its consent, and cannot take away the right of the people to assemble peacefully to petition the government for the redress of grievances. And children, please don't get confused over here. Here we are talking about the American Constitution and its features, right? So here we are coming to the end of this video now. More features I'll be discussing in my next video. Till then, pay attention, listen to all these videos carefully, attentively. You will get all your answers to the assignments, right? And complete your assignments as well. Thank you so much.